Alright, so here we're at the beginning of the panic room level. It's me and it's player and it's Chains and Dallas. Well, we're going to play a new level that we haven't showed before from Payday the Heist. It's a 4-player cooperative first-person shooter game set in the criminal underworld where you play together with up to 3 of your friends and rob banks and take down scores of different styles. And this level right here we're going to play is this drug dealer crack house place. So we're going to walk in and they think we're going to do a drug deal with them. We're going to give them phony money, and then we're going to draw weapons and steal a panic room inside that they use as a safe full of money and whatnot, valuables. So me and my partners are going in here. Okay, now we have the option to take on the masks, draw weapons and take on our rubber masks. But we can actually scout the place a little bit, see where this guy is heading, because he's heading up to the 4th floor. So we know that the guy we're looking for is up on the 4th floor, maybe the 5th floor. So that's about as much information as we can gather at this point. So we might as well draw our weapons, which we do now. So we're just gonna take control over this entire place. Make the civilians drop to the ground, keep them out of harm's way. Take out the armed thugs. I'm going to change to my assault rifle. I'm playing Hoxton, the British guy, so whenever you hear the British voice, that's my guy. We have 4 different characters in the game. Yeah, we got to find Chavez, the guy who has the key that we need. We run into the toilet. So now I tied him down, I got the key, and this Chavez guy is always in a different place whenever you play through the level. He might be in a new place. So the location of Chavez is one of those random elements that we have in the game. Every time you play through the level, there is going to be different elements that play out differently. We're going to set up the sauce here around the panic room to loosen it off the ground while more thugs. So there's different objectives throughout the heist that you need to fulfill. Set up the drills or a sauce and make them make sure that they finish up. And you gotta find the keys that you need. You gotta set up C4 charges around the building, which we're going to do later on once this is done. Now we just got to kind of defend this the sauce while they're doing their job. And the police are probably going to come hot in the streets, yeah, right this minute, so they're going to come to the front door. The first wave of police officers is often lighter than later on. Pretty much it's going to be police officers, like the standard police officers, which can take out pretty easily. And then as you progress through the level, there's going to be SWATs and FBI agents and heavy SWAT guys, and even special enemies like the guy with the bomb suit and the guy with the taser gun and everything. It's going to get trickier and trickier, and they're going to use different entry points to get into the building as well, not just the front door, which they use now to get into the building, but later on they're going to come through the windows on the upper floors. They're going to land on top of roofs on surrounding buildings. They're going to jump over to this building and come through, you know, from everywhere. And while we're trying to stay alive during the assault waves, we gotta make sure that these saws keep sawing through the beams here, and they keep jamming. Yeah, you got different ways to cooperate. You can, you don't just bring ammo for yourself. You have a bag of ammo, you place it on the ground, and then all your teammates can walk up and take extra ammo out of that bag as well. And you're awarded with XP for doing stuff like that. There are challenges for doing all these helpful things, you know, helping your teammates out like that. The more robbers that make it to the end of the level, the more multiplier you get on your experience points. So, speaking of experience points, I can actually change on the fly what my reward will be at the next level up. An ammo bag or a mag increase here. I can choose ammo bag. I'm probably going to level up another time before we finish this level, so it's a nice thing. I'm going to get that on the fly directly as I'm playing the game. I'm going to get that, as well as full ammo, full health. So collecting the experience points is really important. The different weapons and equipment and items you can get are divided into 3 different categories. As you can see here, it's assault, sharpshooter, and support. And it's all for players to choose, you know, for themselves whatever category they want to upgrade their stuff within. If you choose sharpshooter, you're going to get weapons that are more suitable for players who want to keep a distance from their enemies. If you choose assault, it's going to be shotguns and more aggressive, like up close stuff. Also ballistic vests, so that you can take more damage and be more of an aggressive robber, I guess. And then there's support, which is extra ammo and extra stuff for extra health. Yeah, machine guns, so you can lay down some cover fire and stuff like that, and really support the other players who are around you. Whenever you're interacting with it, something like placing C4 or fixing the drill when it's, or the saws when they're malfunctioning, you're pretty much a sitting duck because you can't defend yourself. So it's a good thing to work together and have someone watch your back while if you're placing C4 or whatever you're doing. You need to place more C4 on the roof. You gotta watch out here. There might be snipers and stuff. Police are really quick in Payday to place snipers and to come in with SWATs and stuff. During the assault waves, that's when the enemies get really aggressive and they start using smoke bombs, and they're coming through the windows and rappelling down the walls of the building and stuff. And you're not safe anywhere, really. We've got SWATs with shotguns and assault rifles right now coming through. Yeah. As a guy on the radio just reminded me, there's police officers going for the hostages, so whenever there's not an assault wave going on, the police will kind of focus more on, rather than trying to kill you, they'll put more emphasis on trying to free the hostages. And the game is really, it's really important in the game to keep the hostages alive and try to keep as many hostages as possible. You have this function where you actually face the civilians and press a button to shot at them and make them throw themselves to the ground, as if they're staying out of the line of fire. They have a greater chance of surviving. So you gotta trade civilians if and you trade civilians if you lose one of your teammates. So if you want them back into the game, you let go one of your hostages go and exchange hostages with the police. Now he's lowering, the guy in the helicopter is lowering the magnet right here, and we just got to make sure that the magnet is attached firmly. There's no like penalty for the entire team if you kill a civilian. It's you as an individual who will be punished. It's we'll put a lot of thought into the game, trying to limit or make it harder for people to mess up other people's play sessions. So even if you're playing with complete strangers online, you should be able to have a good time. So grief playing is as limited as it can be. There's no friendly fire. Your teammates just absorb bullets, they don't take damage, and the game constantly encourages people to work together. As I mentioned earlier, there's a experience boost for the more robbers that actually make it to the end of the level, and yeah, the no friendly fire thing is another design decision in the same vein. Yeah, now we can see the helicopter lifting the panic room straight out of the building right here. Now we pretty much got to get out of here before the entire building collapses. Trying to get down to street level and into the back alley and escape to the sewers from the... ooh. We got guys with riot shields down here, which is another special unit. And as you can see, when I shot at them, they will be outlined like that. And everyone who's playing the game together with me can see that outline, so that way we can kind of focus our firepower on those guys. You got to take them from the side, flank them somehow. It's really intense now because it's the point of no return. That's the point of the level where you're done with the other objectives, and your sole mission at this point is to get to the escape vehicle or the point of escape. So at this point there will never be, the cops will just keep coming. So this is the last objective right here, placing the C4 on the door to the I'm leaving my teammates behind. That was a quick look at Payday the Heist, another level that we haven't shown before. The game is 4-player cooperative action first-person shooter, and it's coming out later this year for PlayStation 3 and PC.